Hi guys, Taylor here, and today we're going to take a look at the Cobra King F6 fairway wood. So, close up on the head as usual, talk about the technology in there, then we're going to hit 6 real balls on flight scope, close data, give you guys a bit of feedback on looks and feel, how it performs, and how this could be your next fairway wood in your bag. Okay then guys, so we've got the Cobra King F6 fairway wood. So this is the 3-4. Now, around the hosel, we've got the MyFly loft, goes anything from 13 to 16, so very, very adjustable. We've got movable weights, so if we have it up near the front, I think we can see there, penetrating, and if we move the weight towards the back, towering. So I've got the weight up at the front here, hopefully launch it maybe a touch lower and keep the spin down. As we move on to the club face, we've got the speed channel, as with the driver, all the way around the face, just trying to keep those ball speeds up on those miss hits. And we've got the black finish with the Cobra logo on top, just to help kind of get the ball in the middle of the club face to start with. But let's hit some shots with the Cobra King F6 fairway wood, and let's see how the 3 wood stacks up. Okay guys, so we can see from the head, you know, lots of kind of adjustability in there, lots of different loft options around the hosel with the MyFly loft, and the different weights in the bottom where we can move the weight either penetrating to kind of keep the spin off and keep it going forward, or towering they call it, get that centre of gravity back, launch it higher and maybe spin it a bit more, a higher, probably softer landing shot. So I'm going to set this up how I think it's going to work best for me. So 15.5, so I'm going to keep it 15.5, 14.5. I think 15 is what I would call traditionally a 3 wood. 14.5 for me is starting to get a little bit on the stingy side for loft. So I'm going to keep 15.5, stiff shaft, and I'm going to keep the weight up near the face to try and keep the spin off it. So, when it sits behind the golf ball, I think it looks lovely. I think it looks great. Black head, Cobra emblem on there, and right in the middle of the face is very, very clean, even though we've got some grooves on the toe and heel. And probably not the shallowest space I've seen behind the ball. So I think off particularly tight lies, some guys might struggle with this, but off my mat, don't think that's too much of an issue off here. But like I said, I think it looks good. Let's hit some shots, see how it feels, see how it performs. That's great. I mean, the one thing I would say with all the King F6 stuff, it's all felt very, very quick off the face. The only thing I thought was different about kind of the family of woods, I thought the F6 Plus driver felt a little hard, but still my smash factor was right up there at kind of 1.49, 1.5. But that first shot there really felt like it jumped off the face. Maybe a touch towards the heel, but again still felt quick. It's gone nice and straight and really got out there. And my first instincts with this is, as with the rest of the stuff, I'm about to test the hybrid, but the drivers and the fairway wood so far feel very, very easy to hit, very forgiving, and seem to give very good performance. A little bit low off the face, but I think that's still gone well. I think that's still gone pretty good. I mean, I've been very, very impressed even so far with how easy this is to hit. I mean, everyone that watches my videos know I'm not the best 3 wood player in the world. That's really good. Really good. And I'm not going to hit any shots off a tee. Predominantly all my fairway wood reviews, I treat it as a fairway wood, something you hit off the floor. I don't doubt that you could use it off the tee as well, and I think a lot of guys would use something like this off the tee, but this is predominantly being tested as a fairway wood. That feels seriously quick. Now, I'm not looking at the numbers while I'm doing this, and the only thing I think sometimes I get disappointed with is just because it feels really quick off the face. I kind of think it's going to go a long way compared to normal, but I know I'm probably going to swing this similar speed, therefore there's a limit as to how far I can hit this. but they're good. They are really, really good. Okay, so there was a couple that weren't bad strikes by any means, but weren't really where I'd ideally look to hit it. But let's look at the numbers and see how the King F6 3-wood stacks up. Okay guys, so we look at some numbers, and for half a dozen shots there, an average carry of 227 with an average total of 232. Now what was most impressive about those for me was actually the consistency of the shots. You know, swinging it at just under 99 mile an hour, but getting some really, really good ball speed at just under 147. So really good smash factor, spinning at 3,500, hitting it decent height off the floor. A couple of them would touch on the low side, but I've got something there that's carrying a good distance out there, hitting it high enough and spinning it enough to stop on the green as well if I needed to hit it into a par 5. Okay then guys, so we look at the numbers there, and flight scope's just on kind of soft, so we're not going to see too much rollout on those anyway. But 225 carry. Yeah, probably pretty much what I'd expect. Maybe would hope for a little bit further, maybe 230, 232 for carry. So good numbers, really good numbers, and really consistent numbers. That was probably the most interesting thing for me there. Even though I didn't strike all of them exactly the same, the performance was very, very similar. So it's a really good, consistent club. Like I said just before we looked at the numbers, having hit it, I think I was always going to be a little bit disappointed because it felt like it was going forever. But like I said, I know there's a limit for when I swing at that speed. There's only a maximum ball speed I can get off there, and the ball speed was very, very impressive. So King F6 fairway wood. Does it look good? Yes. Does it feel good? Definitely. Does it perform? Yeah, undoubtedly. That does what I would expect a 3-wood to do for me. Now this is actually the 3-4, so you can go anything from 13 to 16. Now, in old money, for me, a 13 was a 2, be a strong 3-wood nowadays, and 16 is a very strong 4-wood for me. I mean, it's like a lofted 3-wood, but it is good. As ever, you need to get fitted because there is some maneuverability in there, and I know even a couple of guys that I work with, that if they just bought that off the shelf and left to their own devices, they'd have that set up differently probably, well, every shot if they were allowed on the golf course, but certainly every round they'd probably have that set up differently. Get fitted, get it set up correctly for you. I mean, very forgiving with the speed channel, great little bit of dialability with the weight front or back and the loft option there, so a very, very versatile fairway wood. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. Like and share it if you have. Leave any comments below and I'll get back to you. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down in the future. Stay in contact.